Hi, welcome back to another episode in my channel. So, a nice short, quick video with some pretty valid information if you ever want to use traditional terracotta, earthenware, baked mud, kitchenware, as they've done in India for thousands of years, but in the 20th century, cast iron, etc. has taken over because it's a lot quicker, more practical actually, and convenient in people's modern busy lives. But this is what they've been cooking in for thousands of years in many countries, you know, before people started smelting metal, the Iron Age, etc. So there's some really good benefits of cooking in this style. For one, it doesn't accumulate the heat that cast iron or aluminium or metal does. So what you get is slow cooking. Yeah, more patient, obviously more time consuming, but it locks in micronutrients in no other way as opposed to metal. So it's a really nice twist to my channel. I haven't used one for some time, and I thought I'd make this quick video. So if you're lucky enough, that's if you want to try this type of method, unless you're doing so already. Pretty rare, especially here in the UK, but this would be your grandmother's method if you were Desi, etc. Very village style. So this is a handi. We get handis in British Indian restaurants here in the UK, but they're not authentic because it's named after the dish it's cooked in, like so ever many dishes. So this is my little handi, terracotta, earthenware. Now, I've done a little bit of research in this, spent time in India, I've seen people cooking. Sometimes their English wasn't so great, no discredit to them, you know. I believe that potentially when you go to another country you should speak their language and they don't have to speak yours, so quite right as well. But it just seems like the consensus of information is a little bit vague, and people can't really explain why. So when you buy it, here it has a sort of vibrating sound. Now nobody could explain that, so this video sort of condenses a lot of the information available about this type of thing from word of mouth and also on YouTube, internet, etc. So what that little rattle tells you, hear the vibration, that basically tells you there's no cracks internally or externally, that you've got a solid piece of baked clay in a good state. So this is going to go on a high heat on a conventional cooker, or I'm hoping this summer to do some outdoor cooking. You might think this video is long-winded already, but you want to go and check another channel, you'll be there for a long time, you know, 15 minutes to half an hour. So we've got a nice handi that hasn't got any cracks in it. So we want to use it, and we don't want it to crack when heat is applied through cooking. So what we do, we have, you can use a washing up bowl, you can use anything. Now what this is, traditionally, and nobody can tell me this, and I can't explain why either, they use the rice water from leftover rice. I suppose there's microparticles in it that sort of help absorb and that type of thing. I can understand, you know, rice is carbohydrate, and it will, as this water absorbs into terracotta, it's going to form a slight layer. So what I've done, rather than cooking rice for 50 people, I've just got some basmati rice, unwashed, straight into a blender with some water, and I had a concentrated rice paste, about half a pint, and I poured it into some water, and we have this nice rice water here full of particles. Make sure, it'll contradict the method if you don't blend it up really thinner than semolina, almost like a rice flour consistency, no lumps. And we place it in here, and I'm using this plant pot for the simple reason that my bucket wasn't big enough for the cadai. This is about a 12-13 inch cadai, did I say? Yeah, it's called that as well, but earthenware pot, and that's to be placed between 3 to 5 days is recommended. Now, you know, when you're making a dish with this, you don't want it cracking with all the ingredients. Imagine the mess. Not only the cost of the handi, but the mess, the waste of ingredients, and so it has to go right. So I'm going to be soaking this for 5 days. 5 days, and I'm going to make sure it's fully immersed in the water. I'm going to fill this up with water so it's fully immersed in the water and let it soak so it'll stop it cracking at higher heat. After 5 days, I'm going to take it out, I'm going to wash it, and I'm going to smear it with oil. Some people use mustard oil, some people use coconut oil, it doesn't really matter. You need to get a nice layer. So you just let that oil, you don't put too much on, you even apply the oil all over with your hand, I mean probably a good couple of tablespoons, and when that's dried off, that can take a day, especially in the spring now in the UK. So what we've got is a rice water immersing all the tiny fibres of the clay, giving it a coating which will make it a little bit more supple and susceptible to heat and stop it cracking, and then the oil will just give it an almost non-stick texture around the edges. So it's better to follow some of these like wives' tales or traditional recipe methods of preparing this bowl, because you don't want to mess up, do you? If it cracks, it's just a waste of time. And yeah, so there'll be some slow, nice, healthy recipes coming up with this method in the near future. And I hope you've enjoyed the video. Wow, 6.5 minutes we've just gone on for, which is a lot quicker than a lot of the other videos available. So, nice and simple, wasn't it? Fingers crossed, it's going to be quite an exciting video when we actually use it with the heat, for the simple reason that it could crack, and I'm still going to post the video regardless, because I don't mind admitting any faults, and yeah, so that could be interesting. So, and it's one last thing I want to mention, it's recommended that you use it as a frying pan the first time you use it. So some oil, maybe make poppadoms in it or something like that, so it heats up with the oil, and that will really seal the pan and keep it not breaking or become brittle when you use it on high heat. So hope you've enjoyed that little interesting video. I'm not sure how many people, especially in the UK, are going to use this method, but if you're into health and you're into slow, ancient cooking, not too ancient, the introduction of chilies and tomatoes and chicken and lots of ingredients were taken to India by the Portuguese in the 15th century. But yeah, a little bit of trivia. So thanks for watching. I'm going to fill this up now, come back in 5 days, smear it with oil, use it once in a frying capacity, and then we're good to go. So thanks for watching.